Binge Pipe is revolutionizing main menu screens. Binge Pipe is the only streaming service to determine that people really needed to hear a voice talking to them all the time when they first interacted with the user interface. And we refuse to course correct on that decision.
Apple, fork,
Highway,
telephone,
democracy.
Binge Pipe. We're just another thing. Don't worry about it.
The following Binge Pipe programming is brought to you by Liquidirt. Liquidirt. Tastes like mud.
What is Bitcoin? A modern system for an ever-changing world. An unprecedented level of sophistication. A road you follow, just to see where it goes. It's an indulgent gift you give yourself, and then return. It's a letter from an old friend. A knock on the door late at night. Who could survive all this rain? It's a song you hum to yourself while the bank teller fills the bag. It's a deer, sleek and innocent, and made of lightning. That letter from the old friend. This isn't their handwriting. It's hieroglyphics. The letter bursts into flame and you faint. You wake up in a rainy alley in London and hear a voice whisper, "The songbird is deadlier than the jackal in the right climate." You look behind you, but there's only an old woman embroidering. You run and barely make it on the last train out of the city. You arrive at a ship and sneak aboard. You sleep on coils of rope. The captain discovers you and says, "We're taking you to meet someone you wronged many years ago." But when the ship docks, you're left standing in front of your own door. This is Bitcoin. Also, the lightning deer is wearing sunglasses.
After 50 days at sea.
I need food. I need water. But most of all, I need...
Can you literally stop talking about your needs for 1 second and ask me about my day?
Okay, how was your day?
I'm starving. I need food. I need water. But most of all...
Okay, can you literally stop talking about your needs for 1 second?
Oh my God, come on.
I need
starving.
Food. I need water.
Food.
Shipwrecked.
Can you literally...
Using your smart device, go to the website on your screen and enter the code for this room. Then, using a nearby glass, enjoy a cool drink while you wait for others to join.
The walls! They're bleeding!
Oh my God! The microwave screen just told me the time and date of my death!
You know, Coop, I thought my wall thing was pretty scary. You didn't have to one-up me.
Now streaming, an original horror film about a couple who moves into a haunted house way too early in their relationship.
We should leave. Unless you don't want to.
No, we'll do whatever you want to do.
Well, I want you to make a decision.
Whoa. Hold on. I picked dinner last night.
Their lack of communication is downright scary.
I need to get out of here. I'm going to my book club.
I'll go with you.
Leave. Leave room for your own interests.
But Alice's friends love me.
Maybe we should hear the ghost out.
He's always on your side.
There's no sides here.
Available on Valentine's Day.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Chad.
And we're the Internet Brothers.
Watch us pull some sick stunts.
I went to a grocery store dressed like a dinosaur.
Binge Pipe is proud to resurrect from the dead. You don't know, Jack. Binge Pipe. Trust the algorithm.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I just want to let you know that Binge Pipe has your best interests at heart. At least that's what they wrote on my car in pig's blood. Since it's just the two of us, how about you slip me $10 and we'll skip the hard ones. Okay, let's see what happens.
Time for question 1.
To begin with, mulch love. If you wrote a Dear John letter to a John Deere tractor, what would it say? Dear John Deere, I long for you. Come back. Dear John Deere, I think we're mowing apart. Goodbye. Dear John Deere, I'm sad to hay that you're dying. Or, Dear John Deere, I'm pregnant with your corn babies. Let's see how that shook out. What? Now pay attention. Dear John letters refer to the letters women sent to their husbands at war in order to break up with them. Sorry, honey, I found a different mower to ride. It's a Hydrostatic Craftsman Pro Series 27, and we're in love.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Why not try a revamp that crosses the line? I want to create a new educational program based on the Carmen line. What would be the best title? Where above the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where inside the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world's oceans is Carmen Sandiego? Or where in my body is Carmen Sandiego? You could have at least tried. Hell, you might have even come up with this. The Kármán line is about 62 miles above the Earth and is generally considered the point where the atmosphere ends and space begins. Which is different than the Kármán Electroline, which are the terms of my restraining order.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Next. Flip or flop, and it's not just a real estate TV show, it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read 7 words, and for each one, tell me if it's the name of an Olympic gymnastics flip or the title of a movie that flopped critically and commercially. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between a gymnastics flip or a movie that flopped. Ready? Good. Hike. Tuck. Pan. Aerial. Sphere. Ishtar. Salto. I've seen worse. Moving right along.
I don't need you anymore.
I call this one a little science. How would Lil B react with litmus paper? The based god would turn litmus paper blue, the based god would turn litmus paper red, the based god would turn litmus paper white, or the based god would dissolve the litmus paper. So what'd you pick? I give this answer a Lil B minus. The correct answer is, a base will turn a strip of litmus paper blue. Litmus paper will also turn you blue if you wrap enough of it tightly around your face. Behold. Thank God it's Friday the 13th. What type of summer camp would be terrorized by Jason Voorhees? A band camp, a math camp, a swim camp, or a computer camp? And how do we do? Math. It'll always cause you pain. Let me show you something. JSON is a computing term meaning JavaScript object notation. I could easily explain it to you, but what do you know? We don't have the time. In the first film, the killer is actually Jason's motherboard. Say goodbye to round 1. You are taking the lead and are somehow also in last place. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that. Okay, buckle in.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here's one for you. Ye old diners, drive-ins, and dives. If Guy Fieri uses the traditional English definition of town, what must his flavor town include? A flavor fountain, a flavor market, a flavor cathedral, or a flavor jail? I love this part. Let's put this one on the flip-flop. That means this is wrong, I think. For what it's worth, a town, according to traditional English standards, is a village with a fair or market. I thought an English town, by definition, had to have a little old lady solving local mysteries.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Up next, game delayed by wardrobe malfunction. And oh boy, best butt zit slime chore.
It's time for a
Remember to type quick. That cash will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, head in the game. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what TV show title it rhymes with. Stop, ref. Moon her. And don't get hung up on that punctuation. They're very young. But they're great cooks. The best child food expert. Here's what I was thinking of. Now let's keep going.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Take a good look at Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein.
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. The doctor, that is. What's sad?
Important part of the inspiration for the invention of the first webcam. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. Okay, let's take a look. The webcam was invented at the University of Cambridge so researchers could check and see when the coffee in the break room was ready. I always put a piece of tape on my webcam so the CIA has no idea when my coffee is ready. It's time for RuPaul the Day. If I had one complaint about reality TV, it's too many humans and not enough mechanized flying machines. If the next season of RuPaul's Drag Race focused exclusively on airplanes, how could contestants reduce drag while staying fierce? Change direction and work the runway? Hope you like what you picked. The less surface friction, the less drag. Shantae, you stay. Of course, RuPaul would still be human, although I'm pretty sure she could fly if she wanted to.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
How about this one? How to get away with identity theft. Based on her first name, how might actress Viola Davis compare to a hypothetical actress named Violin Davis? She would be smaller and thinner than Violin Davis. She would have greater range than Violin Davis. She would have a deeper Okay, what'd you pick? A viola is a larger instrument than a violin and has a deeper, mellower sound to it. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash. Well, excuse me for living. Here's your clue. It's pronounced burrows. We give you rows and rows of burrows. You tell us what fits. Good luck. Drink it in! Hey, just because losing was impossible doesn't mean you didn't win. Next time, try asking your mom to play with you. Or my mom. Anything to get her out of the house.
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe's menu screen offers everything you need to start a trivia game. Are you tired of streaming services that are actually real and provide real services and aren't just a satirical wrapper for the latest iteration of a video game franchise? Well, then Binge Pipe is for you.
I'm a gamer.
I'm that guy at work who won't stop quoting Caddyshack.
I'm Mark Twain, and this is Jurassic Park.
We are Binge Pipe!
Here's a look at just some of the quality programming Binge Pipe has to offer.
And the final rose goes to... Wait, does everyone already have a rose?
Sarah brought one from home.
Sarah with an H or Sarah with no H?
Sarah with 3 H's.
Can I get everyone's rose back, please?
First, we made a show about cows. Then, we made a show for cows. Now, a show about cows?
Binge Pipe expected a bit more gratitude for presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Our flicks are freshly caught from the net.
Hey, Cookie here. I'm gonna ask you some questions and heck, I don't know, maybe fall in love? 2 players, okay? In the event of a tie, I'll decide that you're both losers. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Time for question 1.
To get started, whether you like it or not. What's a condescending way to describe condensation? Everybody knows water becomes ice. Water becomes steam if that's what you're into. Ice becomes water, but you haven't become anything. Hope you like what you picked. Oh, honestly. Okay, when water vapor cools down, it turns from steam to a liquid, and this process is called condensation. In the water cycle, condensation occurs in clouds. Oh, I shouldn't talk about clouds. They're way over your head.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
This one's called London Colin. What could actor Colin Firth change his name to while still retaining its basic meaning? Colin Lake, Colin Creek, Colin Estuary, or Colin Bog? Who picked what? No. Really? Curious? Here it is. A firth is another name for an estuary, a water passage where the tide meets a river current.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Introducing As Erotic as Watching Paint Dry. And pick a safe word because it's time for a dis or dat. I'm gonna list off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a sexy Danielle Steele novel or a shade of gray offered by the Bear Paint Company. Don't think too hard, I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a Danielle Steele novel or a shade of gray. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. Ready? Let's go. Skyline Steel. Evening Hush. Rushing Waters. Reflecting Pool. barely rose above my expectations. But player 2, of all the losers, you were the loseriest.
Binge pipe hurts when you hurt.
Sounds like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question.
Oh, someone's in a hurry.
You're welcome, devoted customer.
I don't need you anymore.
Coming up, casual dining for the enlightened mind. I just had lunch at the Philosopher Cafe. It's like an Applebee's if Applebee's made you confront your own mortality. Which appetizer pays tribute to the father of existentialism? A thrice-baked Play-Doh potato, a Comte croissant with beef drizzles, a farmyard flatbread with Kierkegaard Swiss chard, or a cheese-blasted Hobbs corn on the cobs? Okay, who chose what? Soren Kierkegaard is known as the father of existentialism because he gave birth to the concept with his brain, you know, like fathers do. Next up, sooner or later. Time for another round of, oh my god, don't move. Stay completely still. Okay, the national animal of France is right behind you. Just be calm, and eventually, it will get bored and swim away. It will... Brace yourself. You just got screwed, player 1. No vowels for you. Okay, let's take a look. The national animal of France is the Gallic rooster. And it looks like... Whew, okay, it's gone. You'd be surprised how many of our contestants are killed by roosters. That's the end of round 1. Numbers, numbers. Show me numbers.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you are not good at doing this. We have another screw to help our targeted numbers.
And remember, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Player 1, your only hope is to answer quick before player 2 has time to screw. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
You can take that to the bank.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Try this on for size. This question ain't nothing to F with. If the Wu-Tang Clan had named themselves after things invented during the Tang Dynasty, who would not be a member? Old Dirty Porcelain, Ghostface Gunpowder, Inspector Hourglass, or Woodblock Printing Method Man? So who got it? This is gonna hurt. Smart people choose this. There are no records of the hourglass existing before a French monk made one in the 8th century. Old Dirty Porcelain is known for his outrageously profane lyrics about his hummels.
L'asperge se moque de moi. 7.
Coming up next, calculating some hourglass figures. That last question got me thinking about sand timers. You know those little plastic hourglasses that come with some board games? Boggle, Taboo, Apples to Apples, Clue, and Jenga. How many of these games are traditionally sold with any kind of timer? Oh, and include Settlers of Catan and Scattergories in your tally. 3, 4, 5, or 6. And how do we do? Boggle and Taboo usually come with little sand timers. Scattergories too, although that game eventually added a mechanical timer, which still counts. It still counts because it's a timer. It counts down time. No? Okay.
Hey, question!
At Binge Pipe, we value your needs. Would you like a question where Cookie gets mad or a question where Cookie gets even? Vote on your devices now. Your choices cancel each other out. Binge Pipe will choose for you.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
This one's known as a question where I get even. A math question. Which of these numbers just can't even? The sum of an odd number and an odd number, the product of an even number and an odd number, the sum of an odd number and an even number, or the product of an even number and an even number. What'd you guys pick? When you add an odd number and an even number, the answer is always odd. The nice thing about being really bad at math, you might look at the scores and think you're winning. Oh, here's a good one. Let us help you. Yeah, all right. It's one of those.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you watched Big Hero 6 and The Sixth Sense, we thought you'd enjoy a starting basketball team, a starting volleyball team, a starting polo team, or a starting water polo team.
So what'd you pick?
A volleyball game begins with 2 teams of 6 on either side of the net.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Feast your eyes upon this. An oldie but a goodie. Based on the average lifespan of cats, when should Garfield have died? 1982, 1988? Well. You're dealing with the screw, Player One. Your answers are on the go. Let's see who got it. Meow. Here's what you meant to pick. Garfield was created in 1978, and house cats live an average of 15 years. And with a steady diet of too much lasagna and barely suppressed anger issues, Garfield doesn't seem likely to beat the odds. Yeah, that screw is a good move, Player 2. Have some cash. It's time. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Let's hang out. Hopefully you know who hangs out at these famous bars and restaurants. Good luck. have a tie. Well, you both tried to prove you were smarter than the other one, and you both failed. Next time, bring along a third loser so you'll have someone to lord it over. Now I want you two to face each other and repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe is more than a streaming service, and it's also less than a streaming service, because we're not a streaming service. Or are we? Yes, we aren't.
As a mom, I used to stay up nights worried about what my kids were watching on TV. But then I got Binge Pipe. With hours and hours of quality movies, TV programs, and game shows, I haven't had time to worry about my kids at all. Whoa! A movie about a horse that's also a doctor? Looks like I'm missing another dance recital.
The following Binge Pipe content is sponsored by Mystaxis, the #1 over-the-counter medication that prevents nosebleeds caused by telekinesis. If you want peace of mind while moving pieces with your mind, then Mystaxis is right for you.
We here at Making Murders just want to, I guess, apologize? You know, for making so many murders. Sorry about that. Our bad.
Mr. Mayor, that octopus has a family.
Okay, so it's a bet. If you can get the coolest girl in school to go to prom with you, I'll take a gender studies class that will teach me that women aren't commodities and challenges based on archaic standards of masculinity.
You're on, man!
Yeah! Why can't I cry?
Oh God, no. No, I'm changing.
Something's happening to all the boys at Rosedale High. Yeah, it's puberty.
I thought this would have happened sooner.
Binge Pipe has mixed feelings about presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, where creative meets corporate.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I have all 10 of my fingers, all 10 of my toes, and all 10 of my teeth. Just the two of you? Oh, I hope you two made a friendly wager. I love friendly wagers. They're honestly my favorite kind of wagers. And we're off.
Time for question 1.
First on the docket, exercise is 90% motivation. If someone paid you 1 dozen double chocolate muffins for every mile you ran, about how many muffins would you earn running a half marathon? 6 dozen double chocolate muffins, 9 dozen double chocolate muffins, 1 dozen double chocolate muffins, or 1 baker's dozen double chocolate muffins. I love this part. Need a hug? That's correct, for a totally different question. Were you thinking this one? A half marathon is 13.1 miles long, or about 13 dozen double chocolate muffins. Baking mix is essentially just protein powder, isn't it?
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
And now, seeking a strange arrangement. Go with me here. If you decided to get rid of your sugar daddy and trade them in for a soy mommy, what should you not call them? Edamame dearest, miso mommy, seitan sweetie, or sexy tofu lady? Let's see how that shook out. It's not you, it's your answer. Excuse me. And here's where the money is. Edamame, miso, and tofu are soy, but seitan is a meat substitute made of wheat gluten. My soy mommy only lets me call her Susan.
Why don't we do it with free?
There is no hiding from Kanye intolerant. And get ready because it's time for Dis or Dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a song by Kanye West or a brand of almond milk. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between Kanye West or almond milk. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Okay, let's do it. Blue Diamond. Gold Digger. Silk. Amazing. So delicious. Waves. Dream. You did it! Kind of. But player 2, you really boned up that dis or dat.
Binge Pipe would like to improve your player experience.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
Haha, that's correct, Binge Pipe employee Cookie Masterson. Using the screw makes it harder for your opponent to answer in a variety of pleasurable ways. And you'll receive a monetary bonus if they answer incorrectly.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Perks you can only get through Binge Pipe.
Let's try Biscuit Masterson. Good one. You know what makes me laugh? Cookie jokes. Oh, I can't get enough of them. Like when people say to me, "Chips Ahoy, Cookie!" Or, "Oh, mind if I call you Shortbread?" Yeah, that never gets old. Which of these people would feel left out of the hilarity because you cannot make an obvious bakery pun using their name? Major League Baseball player Stephen Piscotty, Colorado politician John Hickenlooper, popular Christmas immortal Kris Kringle, or French President Emmanuel Macron. Okay, what'd you pick? Biscottis, Kringles, and macarons are all baked treats. There should be a pastry that sounds like Hickenlooper, but sadly there isn't. Oh, now all I want are Hickenloopers. Why is life so unfair? Here's one I like to call Dealer or No Dealer. All right, just be cool about this, but who's holding? The neighbor in To Kill a Mockingbird. Look sharp. You knew that screw was coming, player 1. This is gonna be #fun. Who picked what? Are you referring to their reclusive neighbor Boo Radley? Or Dill, the neighbor kid who comes every summer? Either way, you're wrong, so I don't suppose it matters. Holden Caulfield is the narrator and main character of J.D. Salinger's famous novel, The Catcher in the Rye. But more specifically, who has drugs? Round 1 is officially behind us. Where's that beautiful scoreboard?
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you're highly valued, but your score is not. Your performance has triggered the need for another screw.
And don't forget, round 2 screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So do not be afraid to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 1, before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
I feel good about this.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Take a good look at quick fuel. Given how long it took last time, if you asked Earth to produce more coal, how would it respond? 1 sec, just give me 3 million years. 1 sec, just give me 30 million years. 1 sec, just give me 300 million years. Or 1 sec. I love this part. The hard coal currently on our planet first began forming 300 million years ago. Which really isn't that bad when you think about how long it takes a guy like me to get a text back.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Next, Type equals squiggly bracket, literature, comma, classic, squiggly bracket.
Except all cookies don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
In case you don't know, BingePipe needs help categorizing some ill-gotten data.
Yes, Cookie. I can ask the question now. Do sisters be writing? Do heights be wuthering? And do I be sick with tuberculosis? Whose search history have we acquired? Virginia Woolf, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, or...
What'd you guys pick? Check, please. Nope, not this one. I really wanted you to pick this one. Emily Bronte had famous writer sisters, wrote Wuthering Heights, and died of tuberculosis.
Cataloging which humans died of which disease is just a hobby of ours.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Coming up next, Dawn has an idea for the work outing. And chest strut fits lime floor.
It's time for a
delicious film.
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, focus up. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what common internet phrase it rhymes with. Bowling, Dawn? More staffing. And pay no attention to that punctuation. That is so amusing. I'm doing gymnastics. Okay, pencils down. Player one. Yeah, that checks out. All right, at least one of you didn't totally fail me. Okay, let's move along. Why not try cat scratch undiagnosed medical condition? So I'm trying out a new vet, and I'm not sure I like this guy. The vet diagnosed my cat Poopsie with catamenia, but something tells me that's not likely because cats don't sweat, cats don't menstruate, cats don't see color, or cats don't get dandruff. So who got it? Cats do sweat. It's why they don't play poker. Isn't it obvious? Catamenia is another word for menstrual flow, but cats don't menstruate when they're in heat. Besides, Poopsie is a boy, I think.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Here's one for you. I don't want to sit next to this total landmass. What complaint might you hear if the Isle of Man started manspreading? Hey buddy, you're hogging the whole English Channel. Hey pal, do you need the whole Gulf of Mexico? Hey jerk, how about saving some Indian Ocean for the rest of us? Or hey dude, you're taking... Okay, who chose what? The Isle of Man is located in the Irish Sea. Look, I've been accused of manspreading, but I have a reasonable excuse. As a child, I rode a very, very fat horse to school every day. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category... Oh, was I talking? Silly me. Here's your clue. Girl groups. We'll give you the name of a group. You pick out the members. Good luck. Player one takes it! Congratulations, Player one. Your score is quite impressive. Unless it was your idea to play this game. If that's the case...
You don't know Jack!
As the next hot thing in streaming services, BingePipe is more than just the trivia hit You Don't Know Jack. It's also a deep well of content that we cannot legally guarantee you'll ever be able to access or interact with.
I'm insufferable.
I'm just some dude that still has his old roommate's password.
I'm gonna live forever.
We are BingePipe!
BingePipe content is like glitter. You'll never be rid of it. Here's more.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Oh, no, you don't, you son of a bitch. Not this time.
Honey, who was that?
Where are the kids?
Why did you yell? Who's at the door?
Are the kids home?
Yes, they're upstairs. Baby, you're scaring me.
We can't stay here.
What's happening?
It's nothing. It's just something from my past. I can handle it. Now please go upstairs and pack an overnight bag. I want you and the kids staying at your mother's tonight.
If it's nothing, then why are we having to run away?
There's nothing to worry about. I said I've got this.
Mommy, Daddy, what's wrong?
Hey, sport. Mommy and Daddy were just having a conversation. How does a sleepover at Grandma sound tonight? We'll order a pizza.
Awesome.
Honey, someone's at the back door.
God damn it. I told you not to mess with my family.
Mommy, why is Daddy breaking a chair?
I'm not sure. Why are you breaking a chair, Roger?
Because I've got to board this door up, Maggie. Look, everything's gonna be fine. I just need you to grab my shotgun from the closet.
Roger, you're scaring me.
I swear I'll explain everything later.
Here's your gun. Oh no, Alice is up.
Hey buddy, why don't you go look after your sister?
Okay.
Who is at the door, Roger?
It's somebody who wants something from me.
Who is at the door?
I swear to God, can you just trust me for once?
Who is at the door?
It's an interrupting cow! There! You happy? It's an interrupting cow who...
Moo!
Coming soon. The Minister, a period drama about the turn-of-the-century British Prime Minister David Lloyd George.
That's it. I must create the Parliament Act to circumvent the House of Lords' objection to my social insurance budget plans.
Don't worry, like all period dramas, we've added a lot of sex.
When you say circumvent, do you mean go in from behind?
Why, Margaret Dreyer Robbins, if you were the president of the Women's Trade Union League, I'd say you were flirting with me.
You know what they say. What happens at the Paris Peace Conference?
BingePipe continues to stick with its commitment to present You Don't Know Jack. BingePipe, you up?
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. I got Jumanji'd into this video game decades ago, and I miss my family. So everyone else bailed but you two, huh? Okay, let's hit it.
Time for question one.
First, OMG. Let's say Cheese Whiz got in on the ghee biz. What would be the ghee whiz slogan? It's milk, fermented. It's cream, clotted. It's yogurt, diluted. Or it's butter, clarified. Let's see who got it. Hey, F for effort. This was probably the most cultured answer. No, I'll get it. Ghee is clarified butter used in lots of Indian and Pakistani dishes. Ghee is better than butter because it's got even more butter per butter than butter. Does that make sense?
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Behold, clicklet. If Albert Camus had used clickbait to write The Stranger, what would have been his first line? 11 things everyone called Ishmael knows to be true. The 13 most pleasurable parts of burning. Mother died today. So what'd you pick? Don't cry, it'll grow back. Mother died today is the first line from Camus' The Stranger. If you click on existentialist clickbait, nothing happens because life is meaningless.
Why don't we do it with free?
There is no hiding from market fluctuation, the ride. And buckle in because it's time for Dis or Dat. I'm going to read 7 names, and for each I want you to tell me if it's a cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, or a roller coaster ride at a Six Flags amusement park. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a cryptocurrency or a roller coaster. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. All set? Here we go. Nitro. Ethereum. Wizard. Dash. Ripple. Bizarro. Gold Rusher. That was nice and forgettable. All right, let's move on.
I don't need you anymore.
Coming up, I'm so cool, Daddy-O. Okay, here's my attempt at using cool lingo. Which of these is totally lit-erature? Which of these movies is also literature is what I'm asking. Sorry if that was confusing. Get Out, Baby Driver, John Wick, or Ready Player One? Okay, let's take a look. What a pity. Ready Player One was a book before it was a movie. And before it was a book, it was the 1980s, which was a real decade that some of us lived through. I call this one NSFW GPS. Where's the G-spot? Between a guitar's D and A strings? Between a guitar's B and D strings? Between a guitar's B and E strings? Or between a guitar's F and H strings? Let's see how that shook out. I take it you've never played an instrument before. To play a G on a guitar, pluck the string between the B and D strings. Trust me, you'll know if you find it. Round 1 is dead to me. Let's see who's cheating.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you did this to yourself. Looks like there's still some deficits in aptitude, so here comes another screw.
And keep in mind, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 2, before you get screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
Just wonderful, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
And now, I'd like to formally apologize for what we're about to do here. Who's about to blow their load? Someone setting dynamite next to their house foundation? Someone setting dynamite next to their ore deposit? Someone setting dynamite next to their lower lip? And how'd we do? This one's not your specialty.
Uh-oh.
Allow me. A load is an ore deposit. Honestly, whatever you do with your ore deposits is none of my business.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
Let's try. Let's keep this night going. And hey, stress cut with Mimesore.
It's time for a...
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, get ready. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what popular expression it rhymes with. Then we score more shots. And don't worry about that punctuation. I will pay a small fee inside your head. You're gonna kick yourself. Let's get on with it, shall we?
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Try this on for size. Dying to get in. The worst part about being immortal is that timeshare presentations go on forever. What would be the most common visitor review of the Hotel Transylvania if it also happened to be the most common blood type in the world? A positive. Feel like I died and went to Hampton. A negative. Great, but hall's blocked by spooky twins. B negative. The staff kept ghosting me. Or hope you like what you picked. I'm positive that you're wrong. This answer will be wrong forever and ever and ever. The preferred answer is, well over 1/3 of the population has O-positive blood, making it the most common on the planet. Next up, type equals squiggly bracket, male, comma, Hollywood, squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
BingePipe has some raw data they can't seem to authenticate on their own.
Here's the data we have to work with. Untagging Robert Shapiro photos. Selling T-Bird jacket. Idina Menzel pronunciation. Whose search history have we acquired? Bruce Willis. Charlie Sheen.
Oh, this'll be good. You got the pointy end of the screw, player 2. Embrace the change. Or don't. Okay, let's take a look. John Travolta played Robert Shapiro in The People vs. O.J. Simpson, a member of the T-Birds in Greece, and couldn't quite seem to correctly pronounce Idina Menzel. I'm surprised you didn't find anything more salacious in his search history.
BingePipe Legal advised us to not go there.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Feast your eyes upon this. Booty pebbles. Hey, what's in your butt? The occipital muscle, the piriformis muscle, the teres major muscle, or the zygomatic muscle? Okay, who chose what? The teres major muscle is in your shoulder, aka the butt of the torso. The better choice would have been the piriformis muscle is located deep in the buttocks. How deep? About as deep as that Admiral Akbar action figure you accidentally sat on in middle school. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget... I see you already know the rules. Here's your clue. What a colorful character. But I hope you remember what color. Good luck. Player 2 wins! Well done, Player 2. You won! Confetti, confetti, confetti! Oh, verbal confetti is easier to clean up. Enjoy!
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm an audio segment producer on the game. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that Cookie records all of the ors in his questions separately. So, like, for a question like this...
Is it bonk, 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 wobble, wobble, wobba, auga? Or, ooh, mommy?
Cookie prefers to record all of the ors for the whole game in one 6-hour recording session. Here, take a listen.
All right, now recording ors 425 through 500. Or. No, or. Yeah. Or.
I don't know why he insists on doing it that way. It's a lot of extra work.
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.